Chaos and a lot of confusion in Commerce City. The Adams County Sheriff's Office is investigating what happened before a Commerce City police officer shot and killed a man that they say was armed.
Yeah, the officers had initially responded to reports that someone had been shooting a gun, that in the area of 113th and Iola, but no one was hit. 9 News reporter Allie Levine joining us now from Commerce City, where this suspect was shot after police say he took them on a chase.
Yeah, Tom, a short chase at that. So that shooting happened near 104th and Potomac. And just in the last hour, police have opened 104th. Earlier, they had it closed from Potomac all the way to Altura. That was since about 7 a.m. So we did see investigators at 2 other locations throughout the day today. Where we're standing right now is one of them. This is 13th and Iola, in a neighborhood where police say they first got those reports of shots fired. And this neighborhood, by the way, is about 10 minutes from where the shooting that killed that man took place. So this is what the scene looked like earlier this morning. Police tell us they got calls about gunfire in this neighborhood right before 7. Those callers described a man leaving the neighborhood in a white pickup truck with a black stripe. Officers later spotted that truck and tried to pull it over. They say the driver didn't stop and then hit another car. Officers approached that suspect after the crash. That's when he was shot. He died on the scene. Commerce City Police couldn't say whether or not that man fired at the officers, but did say he was armed.
There was a gun found, a firearm that was recovered. The officers reported that the suspect had a firearm, and there has been a firearm that's been located at the scene.
And I do just want to correct one thing that we said earlier. This is 113th and Iola, where we are right now, not 13th and Iola. So the Adams County Critical Incident Team is going to investigate what happened today. We've been told that members of those team have already talked to the officers who were involved. Back to you.
All right, still plenty to sort out there. Thanks, Allie.